Bob, I wanted to go big picture on you. One of the reasons I wanted to have you on the show is because we're living in a world right now where we're addicted to urgency, we're addicted to noise. So many people aren't living grounded, they're not living detached, they're not living a purpose-driven life. So you're clear that we're not just fighting attachments, we're reacting to massive social pressure, massive epidemics of loneliness and hopelessness and division that we're seeing worldwide.
Yes.
How can detachment serve not just individuals, but culture at large?
Well, first off, is that detached does not mean disengaged or disconnected. Quite the opposite. It means that you get rid of the stuff that is holding you back and holding you down, the baggage, and it frees up energy to focus on the things that matter, whether it's our health and well-being or our communities or democracy or the environment, wherever you stand politically, it frees you up for energy. I think we're in a really tough spot right now. There's more mistrust, more cynicism, more resentment, more loneliness in society. The Gallup poll shows that unhappiness has increased over the past 15 years around the world. And some of the most distraught countries are the developed countries in the world. And the United States is right up there. So here's the thing. One of the basic principles of psychology is the serenity prayer. Okay. And for those who don't know the serenity prayer, it's accept the things you cannot, change the things you can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. The key is to figure out what do you have control over, and then free yourself up to do what is aligned with your higher purpose and values. But we spend so much time being upset, sitting in anger and sadness and anxiety, the three major emotions, trying to control what we have no control over. And that is a real problem. It's a real problem for leaders. It's a real problem for people across the world. And I think Americans struggle with this more than others because of the first conversation that we had about our positive psychology. We believe that we can shape our environment. We believe that we can maneuver and manipulate and influence people to get what we want. And it is at the heart of agency. It's about self-control and self-mastery and self-efficacy. But there's a downside to it. And I think that one of the good questions to ask yourself when you're confronted with some kind of dilemma is, what do I have control over and what do I not have control over? And I don't know how long this is going to last. It's one of the most stressful times I've seen in workplaces in a very long time. COVID gave us the experience of living a more holistic life despite COVID and the flexibility of working at home. And now organizations are basically saying, we're going to perform better than we've ever performed, and AI is accelerating that movement. And also, people are saying, I want you back at work. And there's a real disconnect there. And we got to figure out how to solve it. And I don't have the answers for that, but it's a real problem.